Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. This is the 34th Ashtapadi in a-sabad-a-day, composition of the third Nanak, Guru Amar Das, and the recitation first. a-sabad-a-day, Amrit Jinha Chakhaion, रस आया सहज सुभाय, सच्चा वे परवाहो है, तिसनो तिल न तमाय। अमृत सच्चा वरसदा, गुरमुखा मुख पाए, मन सदा हरियावला, सहजे हर गुण गाय रहाओ। मनमुख सदा दुहागणी, दर खड़ियां बिल लाए, जिन्हा पिर का स्वाद न आयो, जो तुर लिखिया सो कमाहे। गुरमुख बीजे सच जमै, सच नाम वापार, जो इत लाहे लायन, भक्ति दय पंडार। गुरमुख सदा सुहागणी, पै भगत सिंगार, अनदिन रावे पिर आपना, सच रखे उर धार। जिन्ना पिर रावे आपना, तिन्हा विटों बल जाऊं, सदा पिर कै संग रहे, विचों आप गवाए। तन मन शीतल मुख उज्जले, पिर कै भाए प्यार, सेज सुखाली पिर रवै, हऊँ मैं तृष्णा मार। कर कृपा घर आया, गुर कै हित अपार, वर पाया सुहागणी, केवल एक मुरार। सब्बे गुण है बख्शाए लियोन, मेले मेलन हार, नानक आखण आखिए, जे सुन धरे प्यार। सब्बे गुण है बख्शाए लियोन, मेले मेलन हार, नानक आखण आखिए, जे सुन धरे प्यार. So Guru Amar Das continues with the theme of the Suhagan and the Duhagan. And in the Rahau, in the reflection, he says, Amrit Sacha Varsada, Guru Mukha Mukha Paye. Amrit Sacha Varsada, the nectar of the eternal self, is always pouring. And the Gurmukhs, those who are Gur guided, receive it in their mouths. Mukh pai, man sada haryavala. And then as a result, man sada haryavala. Haryavala is to bloom, to blossom. The minds open up, expand, expansion. Sahaje har gunagai, and then with intuitive ease, they sing, literally gaye, but it means adorn, the praise to the self. They sing the praise also means they adorn themselves with the qualities. So the thing to note here is the use of the word Amrit Sacha Varsada, Amrit and Mukhapai, because in the previous verse, which we will go to in a minute, the word used is Chakhaion, which means to taste with the mouth. So there is this emphasis on the mouth. Mukhapai, Chakhaion. So let's look at the first verse, and then we'll come back to this to see what's going on. Amrit Jinha Chakhaion. This is the first verse. Amrit Jinha Chakhaion. They who are given the taste of Amrit. Chakhaion means to made to taste. Ras aya sahaj subhai. So they who are given the taste of Amrit experience ras with intuitive ease, naturally. It just happens naturally when they taste Amrit. So the question is, the usage of Amrit in Gurbani, it must be remembered, is used as a symbol for self-knowledge, for Naam. As in Amrit har ka now, or Tat Gyan har Amrit Naam. So, Chakhaion is to taste with the tongue, and ras means to delight in. But when ras appears with a vowel sign to denote a noun, it is used to symbolize the singular aesthetic experience of the har self, of the self within. Because Gurbani recognizes only one ras, which is the self, and that is the source of all other tastes, as in Sabbo ka ras har hai. So this verse is describing the spiritual transformation that comes about as a result of tasting the elixir of self-knowledge. And what is significant is that the experience is described as a tasting, which suggests that Naam is rooted or begins in the body, or that this is a matter of internalization. Actually, if you think about it, the entire process in Sikhi is evoked with the tongue, because the tongue has to utter, has to recite Gurbani, and the ears have to listen. That's the process. And Gurbani is Naam. So through repeated recitation and listening, the mind blossoms into its pristine self. So the body, symbolized by the taste, becomes the vehicle for self-knowledge, which then leads to a state of balance. Sahaj Subhai. Sahaj becomes our second nature. Now, Sahaj has many connotations, and we recommend visiting our glossary at the website for Khoj Gurbani. So, Amrit Sacha Varsada Gurmukha Mukha is the same idea, symbolizing deep internalization of good wisdom coming through the mouth. And then, Manmukh Sada Duhagani Dar Khadiyan Bil Laye. Here he's contrasting the Duhagan with the Suhagan, the Gurmukh with the Manmukh. So the Manmukh, the egocentric ones, Manmukh Sada Duhagani, separated because of duality. But their condition is rather miserable, because the Guru says, Dar Khadiyan Bil Laye. I see them wailing in pain at the door of the self. This is poetic, but egocentric minds are never at rest, never at peace. Jinha pirka swad na ayo, jo tora likhya so kamaye. Then again, they who do not enjoy the beloved do what is ordained. There is an element of grace. Gurmukh bije sach jamme sach naam vapar, jo itlahe lain bhakti de pandar. So the Gur guided Gurmukh bije sach jamme sach naam vapar. He deals in the trade of true name. By sowing the seed of truth, Gurmukhs reap the truth. And through devotion and servitude, which is bhakti, this profit is earned and the treasure is made available. This is talking about self-knowledge, wisdom. one has to invest in seeking that wisdom. Gurmukh sada suhagani, pay bhagat sigar, anandin rave pir apna, such rakhe urdar. Now, rave has an amorous connotation to it. Gurmukh sada suhagani, pay bhagat singar. Singar also is amatory, an amatory sentiment. So the Guru says that they are constantly in an ecstatic embrace with the self, but their amatory sentiment is not erotic or sexual, but devotion and awe. Bhai Bhagat Singar, their sentiment is one of devotion and awe. And day and night, the Gurmukh enjoys the spouse. In other words, remains mindful of the self. And this is how the truth comes to be enshrined in the heart. Jinna pir ravya apna, tinna vittu bal jao. So I offer myself up to those who have found this union, because they have learned to relinquish the ego. I wish to do the same. Sada pir ke sang rahe vicho aap gavaye. Tan man seetal mukh ujjale, pir ke paaye pyar, sej sukhali pir rave, how mein trishna mar. How mein trishna mar is the condition, relinquishing the ego. So the Guru says, in the love of the beloved, the mind and body are tranquil. The mind is enlightened. And comforting is the conjugal bed of the beloved, Sej Sukhali. But one sleeps there only by killing the ego. Kari kirpa kar aya, gur ke het apar, var paya suhagani, keval ek murar. So kari kirpa kar aya, gur ke het apar. Because of Gur wisdom, love of Gur wisdom, the benevolent self descends into the heart. So the Gur is the mediating agency, the mediator. Varpaya Suhagani Keval Ek Murar. Because of the Guru, the Suhagani found its husband self, and then it realized that there was only one protector, there's only one self. Sabbe Gune Baksaye Leon Mele Milanhar. Mele Milanhar, the uniter, which is the Gur. Sabbe Guna Baksaye. Guna, often translated, generally translated as sins, but understand that it means error, missing the mark. Sabbe Guna Baksayon, the Guru corrected my errors. Nanak Akhan Akhiye Je Suntare Pyar. This is what Nanak proclaims if you would give him the courtesy of listening with love and faith. So connect with Gur wisdom to understand your authentic nature. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.